Next up, we have Glen Hellman, who tells me that he's not a good parent or CEO, and yet he's going to talk about that. But the truth is actually, and I'm not handing him the mic yet, but he's actually pretty good at it. How many of you have heard of Startup America? Coming out of DC. He chairs the mentoring for that, and he's helped a lot of companies to grow and succeed. And he is a wonderful parent, and we're going to learn why those two things don't work together or something like that. Glen Hellman.
Yeah, I got a kid in Harvard and a kid in jail, so that makes me a...
Jail? What?
That's my ex's kid. So if you take the numbers, you should be able to have the formula of what makes a great leader. Just plug the numbers in and out spits a great leader, right? And they should be a good parent too. And if you did that, this guy would be number one on your list. I mean, the guy is Mensa plus IQ, right? He's a great parent. He's a caring man. He won a Nobel Peace Prize, for God's sakes. This is Jimmy Carter, one of our worst presidents ever. And here's a guy who was not that bright. I mean, did anybody ever hear that college? I mean, he did not graduate at the top of his class. He graduated the part of the class that made the top 90% possible. But if you look what he did to prestige, American prestige, the economy, this man restored America. And what is it that made him such a bad parent? His kids, he was estranged from his kids. And that's because we need different strokes for different folks. I mean, there's different ways to manage different situations. This is not parenting on this side, right? So if you could imagine Attila Hun on the playground with his kid comes in, "Daddy, Jabbar cut my arm off." It'd be, "Shut up, you got another one." Which is great in battle, right? That's a leader. That's a leader. That's not a father. Mother Teresa, okay? Mother Teresa, chairman of the board of HP. Carly's burning the place down, spending money on crap nobody needs. It's okay, Carly. We'll buy you another company. So I want everybody, raise your hands if you're a parent. Okay, there's not enough hands. Raise your hands if you have or had a parent. And the rest of you who didn't have, don't have. Oh, everybody, raise your hands, keep them up. Put your parent hat on, think of your kid. If you have an ugly kid, put your hand down. Okay, now look around the room, okay? By definition, 50% of us look less. 50% of us are below average in looks, okay, myself included. But if you ask a parent, every child is beautiful. And if you're a startup founder, you think you got beauty, you probably have beast. And so you've got to be critical as a founder. Your baby is not the same baby you have at home, and you've got to be critical. You got to see the beast. Your child's never a beast. If you're a parent, you love them all. There's no Sophie's choices here. That would drive you insane. Every life counts. And you'd never make a choice between one or another, even if one went to Harvard and one was in jail. As a leader, there's the acceptable losses is a concept. And if you have to take a hill, you're willing to give up 30% of your children, your people, your forces to win it. And that's different. Focus. As a parent, the worst thing you can do is get your kids to focus. If you want to raise a freak, you know, get them to moonwalk. Make them to moonwalk at 3, you got a freak. As a parent, you want your kids to be well-rounded. You want them to experience everything. And that's a good thing for a parent. That's how to raise healthy kids. As a founder of a company, you've got to be laser-focused. You've got to do one thing well. You'll be an average, one-man band playing all instruments. Nobody will remember your name. If you want to be the best cello player, if you want to be Yo-Yo Ma, it's focus. Company presidents have to focus. And how about coddling, mentoring? When you're walking with your children, you don't want to let them make mistakes. Not the same mistakes you did. They don't learn from their mistakes. You walk them through those situations. As a leader, you stretch your people. You want your kids to make mistakes. Not damaging mistakes, but that's how you separate the wheat from the chaff. So, I'm not even going to talk to this slide. Okay. Sink or swim, right? I mean, that's what you want to do with your people and your company. The key here is you can be a great parent and a great CEO, but at 5 o'clock, 7, okay, it's 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, when you punch out and you get home, you have to change your mindset. You have to show up as a different person. And there are, great parents don't make great CEOs, and vice versa. Thank you.